Welcome to another episode of the Almost Tipsy Vegan. As you'll see today, I've got a big band-aid on my nose. So I had a biopsy done. So folks, please wear your sunscreen. You know, I was raised in the South many years ago playing outside where we didn't have sunscreen, didn't use it. And now I'm paying the price. So anyway, wear your sunscreen. Okay. Here, I've already diced up one head of cabbage. It's in here. I didn't want to waste y'all time watching that. So I've added just a little bit of water. Now, I'm going to add a beer to here. And this is just a lager, a Yingling. And we're going to put it in here and to the top away and pour it in. And you know, on this show, if we're cooking like a hog, we're drinking like a hog. Okay? Now then, I'm gonna take the easy route out today. I'm gonna put just a little bit of onion powder, just sprinkle a little bit on there. Just a little bit. It's gonna come out. Okay, that didn't turn out too good, but we're going to add some salt, a little bit of salt, and of course some ground black pepper. And that's really all there is to this. The beer's going to make it have a good flavor to it. The black pepper, salt. Oh, I'm going to also add a little bit of I always add organic, no salt seasoning. It's got a little bit of just flavor to it. Add some of that. And the last little thing is just a little bit of agave nectar. Just give it a little bit more, just a little bit, not much at all. Okay? And now then, I'm going to take this and put it on the gas stove, and then we're going to start cooking the vegan corned beef. So, okay. So we're bringing this over here. This pot's got just a little bit of water in there, and I've already cut up one block of tofu. So I'm going to put it in here. And the tofu, I'll tell you in just a second, but this has been frozen twice. You put it in the freezer, defrost it, put it in the freezer again, and defrost it. And I'm going to show you a package right here, so you can see it. I've already cut the top open, but I've not poured the water off. So you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not. My camera person is getting ticked off at me right now because she didn't expect this. But see how you squeeze the water out? There's no need for messy napkins or paper towels or cloths or whatever you want to do it in. It squeezes right out. See there? And then you got your hunk of tofu. The tofu's got really no flavoring to it, so we have to add our own flavors. And sorry, I got a cough too. On this channel, we like lots and lots of flavor. So I'm going to add this in there, just like I did the other. And we're going to boil it for about 20 minutes. That's to change the texture of it. And one of the most important ingredients, again, if we like so much flavor, on this particular one, we're going to add a black and tan. Yingling, it's a dark beer, but you can choose any beer you like. So we're going to add it. And I almost poured out too much, but got to drink some too. Okay. Now, like I said, tofu's got no seasoning, so we're going to add a good amount of salt to this. So we add a good amount. Okay. Now we're gonna add, if I can get it to come out, a little bit of garlic. This is onion powder, not garlic powder. Okay, we got a little bit now. It's coming out. Didn't need too much. Okay, for health purposes, we're going to add, and flavor, we're going to add just a little bit of cumin powder. Yes, a little bit more depth to it. We're going to add just a little bit of thyme. It gives it a really a spicier flavor. Just a little bit. I'm just pouring things out today. Just, you can see, just pouring a little bit, not too much. Now here, I want to make a difference now. We're putting whole fennel seeds in here because, and I'll tell you why a little bit later on. We're going to bake this later on, but right now we're putting the whole fennel seeds for the flavoring in the water and the beer. We'll put some fennel seeds in there, and then when we take it out and put it in the oven, we're going to use ground fennel seeds. Okay, here we're going to put some whole white pepper, whole peppercorns, and put a good bit of those in there for a little bit more flavoring. Just pour some in there. Again, we like a lot of flavoring. And we're going to put a little bit of dill weed, just a little bit, not too much. Okay. Now, because this is tofu, it's white, I'm going to add, this is spiced beet juice. I'm going to add some spiced beet juice for more flavoring, and it's also going to add a little bit of coloring so it looks more like it's a meat, even though we really don't want meat, so it really doesn't matter, it's just a play on. So we're going to add that in there, and we're going to see what color it turns out. We put it all in there. So, okay, so we're going to let this cook now for about 20-25 minutes. It will change the texture, it'll get it more firm like a meat, and then we're eventually going to put it in the oven. So y'all hang on, we'll be back when we put it in the oven. Okay, this has been boiling for about 20-25 minutes. I forgot to time it actually, but you see we're going to put it on a, it does change the texture a little bit. Now then we're going to put it on this baking sheet, and we're going to season it, and then put it in the oven. So we'll pull it out real quick, and so sorry about the cough. I guess we're going to put it in here. A little closer, we'll make quite a big a mess. And then so if y'all like this recipe, y'all please let me know. And if you're watching from somewhere else, let me know where you're watching from. Also, this is mainly, I'm cooking this right now for March 17th, which was that St. Patty's Day, with corned beef and cabbage, even though this is my recipe. I'm not Irish, but my hat's off to Irish people. So this is just a southern redneck boy pretending to cook. So that's gonna turn out, I don't know how I did that. That turned out almost perfect. Well, I spoke too soon, got one more left. Oh well, that's why you get to run your mouth too much. We're gonna put it right in here like this. Now then, I'm gonna get this out of the way. So now I'm gonna sprinkle a lot of ground pepper on here. A lot of ground pepper. And If you want it kind of spicy, now this will probably make me start sneezing again, but hey. And now we're going to also sprinkle a little bit of just ground powdered mustard. Let me sprinkle some of that on here. And we're going to have several spices on here. And then I'll flip it over. I'm not going to make y'all watch flipping it over, but I'll flip it over to the other side too. Now remember, I put whole fennel in there in the sauce, in the soaking, boiling. I'm putting a little bit of ground fennel here now, so I don't want you to break your teeth out. Just a little bit. Just sprinkle it on there. And then a little bit of thyme. Again, just a little bit, you don't want too much. Just a little bit, just sprinkle it on there roughly. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little bit of salt on here. And I put a lot of salt in the water. We'll sprinkle some more on there. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over and do it on the same side and then put it in the oven. The oven is going to be cooking about 385, and then it's going to draw out the moisture and change the texture yet again. So anyway, when I break it out of the oven, I will show it to y'all. In the meantime, have your drink, have fun, see you soon. Okay, for all our Irish friends out here, we've got our cabbage. It cooked for about 35 minutes. And I'm putting just a little bit on there to try. And you see how this cooked about 25 minutes on each side. I flipped it over and cooked another 25 minutes. But then you see how pretty that is. But now, let's see what it tastes like. Okay? Now, I am not an expert on corned beef. The only corned beef I ever had in my life, I think, came out of a can. So the bar's not real high. So let's see what it tastes like. You can taste the dill, the pepper, the ground pepper, peppercorns is really, really good. Spicy, the mustard, the powdered mustard coming through. I'm not sure it tastes like the meat I was just talking about, but it tastes good. So I'm not sure if it's like corned beef or not, but again, I told you I don't really know what corned beef tastes like. So the cabbage is soft, cooked, done. Got a little bit of agave nectar, made it taste really good. Of course, the beer's coming through. Y'all try this. I think you will like it. Again, I'm the Almost Tipsy Vegan.